Alright, see you guys when this is over. And there we have it, boys. Base camp is closed. Alright. So if you're existing right now, then you already know what's going on. That coronavirus COVID-19 has gone insane. Things are just moving quickly in terms of quarantines and all that good stuff. So today being March 17th at exactly 8 o'clock now, most of all these gyms have been closed. Most of my college campus has been shut down. So they're, following orders from whether it be the government or local, city, state leaders. I already predicted this a few weeks back that if things were gonna get this bad, that at its base level, I always have the ability to train, whether it be running, biking. I have these tools at my house to do so. That being said, we're now at that situation where I get to practice my home training routine. Wow, what is this? Stay still. So that being said, we are now at that point where I will be practicing my home gym setup for my day-to-day training. Yeah, it's gonna be exciting, I hope. That's gonna be up until the point where we're on full lockdown, which some cities are practicing, like 2 weeks mandatory, like 24-hour curfew and things like that. Hopefully it doesn't happen to the city, but after what I saw on the trails today, it's probably gonna happen a lot sooner than later. So as of today, I think the limit is no more than 10 people in a group surrounding each other, or something like that. And a lot of gyms are already closed. So with all these gyms closed, the next natural instinct for people to do is to either train at home or at a different gym if they have access to one, or they go do something outside. So they either go for a walk, they bike, they run, whatever it is, okay? But because of the crisis of times, we're supposed to be doing social distancing. We're supposed to be practicing some social distancing, which is the funniest irony because socially we're so distant anyways. So, basically, I saw a lot of runners on the trail today, which, don't get me wrong, was fascinating to see. Like, the weather was okay. It wasn't, like, super nice. It was maybe about 35 to 40 degrees with some sunshine, no clouds. Weather was good. So it was good seeing a lot of runners, but it was definitely a lot of runners. That being said, we as a city are very terrible at self-quarantine. I'm a total hypocrite for saying this, but there was a lot of us running outside, and they're probably we really shouldn't be. But again, this is like a do as I say, not as I do kind of moment, where if you're like having some serious health conditions, you probably shouldn't be running outside around a huge group of people like what I saw today. Like, basically my typical training route was very packed. I was actually dodging people while I was running. You probably see it in the footage. And then of course there's like some of those like outdoor like gyms, those monkey bars and things like that I saw people training on. Those again are a little iffy, but of course it's basically like city park, maybe private public property. I don't know the exact logistics of that, but yeah, a lot of people are running outside, and that's great. I'm all for it. But it just shows that as a city, we are taking this self-quarantine, social distancing thing not very seriously. You do you, but it's probably best right now, especially in this particular week. I think this is like the big week, as they were saying, because this is like when everyone's working from home. Everything is basically on lockdown. This is like that really crucial week where the number multiplies to a point where, oops, why does this camera keep moving? This is like that extremely crucial week. Even like next week might be super crucial about quarantining and reducing the numbers of, social interaction, so we can start reducing the number of cases for COVID-19. So many people are running outside, and like, I applaud you, because yeah, if when push comes to shove in your normal workout routine, whether it be weight training or running indoors or ellipticals or something, when it's all closed, at least you know from a basic standpoint that you can still go outside, put on a pair of running shoes, and just go for a walk, go for a run, go ride a bike, just do something outdoors. Like, that's the right mindset, but I think a lot of people are practicing this at the wrong time. Now, of course, like I said, I'm a hypocrite to this as well, but I knew my plan was going to be to run or bike outside because that's just how I train, and that's just what I've been doing basically every day for the last 5-6 years now. Yeah, let's all try to take care of each other and try not to step on each other's toes, literally and figuratively, because I know times are a little tough and it's a little stressful, and I know for a fact that a lot of people are struggling, whether it be in, you know, the service industry, especially now, the airline industry especially. I'm watching coworkers get laid off left and right, and for some crazy, you know, blessed reason, I'm still employed, which is, you know, I couldn't ask for anything more. Anything that happens at this point forward is a godsend. So, yeah, hopefully we can start mitigating and eradicating and containing this crisis sooner than later. Yeah, so my unsanctioned Shamrock Shuffle, it's still going on. The boys and I are very committed to racing the shuffle, but of course, because we have this restriction of 10 or less people together in a row, we're going to probably separate by pace, which makes sense. So you're going to have 3 to 5 people together running these routes. It's not going to be that big of a deal. Just make sure that everyone knows where to go. And then my other big stupid idea, depending on how long the COVID-19 quarantine goes, I do want to kind of create myself a coronavirus marathon training plan. And by that, I mean, while we're still in crisis mode, I fully intend on running a marathon through the city when it's most empty. And I don't know when that's going to happen, if we're going to have like a 2-week quarantine or something along those lines. But yeah, I want to get to a point where I can run basically a late spring, early summer marathon. And I would do it for Tokyo, for the Tokyo Marathon, that is, and for everyone that's suffering through COVID-19. I don't know if I'm going to raise money for it or something, but yeah, that's just kind of my ideas right now. So yeah, I still have 2 unsanctioned races that are coming up, which is this unsanctioned Shamrock Shuffle, and then I'm going to have this COVID-19 coronavirus marathon, unsanctioned as well. I'll figure out the route and all those things moving forward, but if that's something that interests you, please either message me or just let me know in the comments, because it sounds kind of goofy, but it's a good way of, at least in the terms of running, it's a good way to kind of alleviate the stress that's coming with always following the coronavirus on social media. And what I've learned from running is that it just clears your mind. It gives you that shred of good news that, you know, you're still here, you're still alive, you're still able to run. Things can be so much worse than they really are in this particular moment. So we have to live in the now. And through running, you're living in that now. You're not looking at what could be happening in the summertime, what happened 3-6 months ago that could have changed, or how you could have been better then. We're looking at it for what it is now. So yeah, I'm gonna end with that. And of course, if you like the video, please subscribe to the channel. Definitely follow through. I'm not a coronavirus COVID-19 expert, but I am just trying to be a guy who's living through COVID-19 and trying to spread some positivity through all this, because that's really what this world needs. That's what I think people really want to hear, is just some good news or just some good things out of all of this, you know? No bullshit or any other hysteria or fear-mongering from the media. We just want to hear some good news and just hear some positive things, that once we're out of this pandemic, that maybe life will be restored, but we'll take a huge valuable lesson out of it. So yeah, that's all I got for now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys soon.